Hello, chat.
We
You'll only be getting me today. So, good luck. Exciting match. I don't usually get to cast these exciting ones. Oh, that is for obvious reasons, since... Oh yeah, the chat was wrong. One day I'll get the web admins, or not web admin, the overlay set up, but I didn't think I'd be casting much this tournament. But I was wrong. So if I ever need to cast for the major, I'll actually set up my overlay, but I was kind of in the middle of, chilling, and I got a message from the big doves and the big slun. They needed help, and I was here. Where were you?
Victory is within our grasp.
I'm gonna swap people again. I'm gonna die. Got Jules in the lineup today. I was swapping people. Oh, doves. What a guy.
Victory is within our grasp.
Is it ever a tournament if things go perfectly? We look good. We look good to go, ladies and gentlemen. Reminder: this is split rules, so it's a Chicago, I believe Frankfurt. All right, I believe it's a Frankfurt split, and I think the other map is going to be Necro, I believe. 10-minute timer. And this is for winners finals. Whoever loses this goes into losers bracket, so they aren't out of the tournament yet. And whoever wins this match will have to probably wait 3 months in the grand final spot for whoever comes out of losers bracket, because God knows these tournaments take way too long sometimes. But I'm excited for this match. I think supermad should be favored, but we'll see. Maybe the rust will show off. I cannot watch anybody. No way with an early kill for short. Dove's down for long. The issue with this matchup, though, is the only person I can probably watch is Doves and Ryan, because everybody else is a spin bot. Dago's an interesting pick, especially with only 10 minutes to cap and get Dark Troopers. Not quite sure who picked this map. I assume it would be supermad. But supermad is a necro enjoyer. Ooh! A shot. That might be Doves for long. No, Doves made. Got the off NG as well. Trying to clear spawn. Gets Jules. Well done by Doves. Ryan is just cleaning up from X-Wing side. Fight Slender for long. Gets him for long. Well played. Now Dove's in a bit of a 2-1 here. See if he can do anything. Skinny gets no way though. Jules is in a really bad spot for long. Trying to buy time. Spawn comes in. Just survive. No way on the NG.
We have taken the rebel's flag.
You're back from X-Wing, and now Skinny's in a bad spot. He goes down. Jules already up there, but Ryan on 3 kills is our closest man to Dark Trooper. Dove's alone against Jules for long. choosing to take this fight. Skinny should be in. Ryan goes down on the other side of the map to Slender. And Slender also clean up Skinny. This is kind of a really bad spot for Doves. He goes for short. Slender will
Those
touch.
duplicitous rebels have taken our flag.
I think Jules is going to have the most action here. Skinny back turn, does not see Jules.
The rebel
Doves does
scum
stop
have
Slender.
dropped our flag.
Ryan gets no way on the other side. Up to Doves and Jules, and Doves cleans them up for long. Pretty standard so far, you know. Nothing too crazy's happened. Jules has had an amazing map, but it's only been 3 minutes. Nice kill by Skinny for long. Both teams really feel like they're playing the timer really well. Doves trying to get no way. He does. Nice kills by Doves. Gets another for long, and he's going to touch maybe. He's got both on him. No X-Wing spawners. He gets another. It's just him versus Jules, and Skinny gets Jules.
The Empire
Alright, he figured it
has
out.
seized the rebels' flag.
He doesn't choose to go in caves. I like this play, actually, but they are against good snipers, so he's got to turn and fight.
We've dropped the rebels' flag.
He doesn't get the kill. Nice try, but maybe it was a caves play after all. Kind of maybe second-guessed himself and didn't get out. This is Chicago right now. We do have a Dark Trooper out. Doves has it. Ryan and Skinny will be close. Just Ryan in for now. Doves is getting spawn camped. Ryan is now in a bad spot against Slender, and I assume Jules. Gets Slender for long. No way, still this branch fighting Doves. Hadn't pushed past. Kind of gets punished for it. Ryan eventually does go down. Overall, a decent start by both teams, but now PSC's got to kind of lock in if they're going to have any chance in this match. No way, has no idea Doves is there, and Doves is going to get a touch.
Empire has seized
He doesn't
the
go in
rebels'
caves.
flag.
Now he's changing his mind because he's getting sniped from
The
X-Wing
Empire
and doesn't
has
roll and
momentarily
dies.
lost the rebels' flag.
Gets it in a decent spot for Skinny to retouch, but Skinny is choosing to try to fight this while he can, while they're out of position. He doesn't see the one X-Wing, but Ryan's got him for long, and flag is...
The Empire has
That had to be last
seized
second.
the rebels' flag.
2v3. Doves goes down to No Way, but No Way is now known about.
We've
Skinny...
dropped the rebels' flag.
Yeah, it's a tough fight. Now Ryan, yeah, unlucky. No Way cleans up that for that defense big time. That kill on Doves really unraveled that whole setup. Maybe if Dove survives there a little longer, Skinny can come out and kill No Way. Air nade potential, but not quite. Slender and still Ryan on this X-Wing side, trying to juke it out. Ooh, not quite sure. Even I knew that was an angle. Slender goes down for long again. A lot of long deaths by both teams. Jules just camping. And Skinny says, not in my server.
We have taken the rebels' flag.
Only one water spawner. It's killed by Doves, but X-Wing will be free for the taking.
We've dropped the rebels' flag.
Nice shot by Jules. Doves should be able to retouch.
We've dropped
Does
the
retouch,
rebels'
but
flag.
that's one for long. That's two for long. It's just up to Skinny, and all three are in. Jules didn't see him, but now he's well aware, and he is in trouble. Go for flag. He just goes for the kill. I think Jules is short too, and Skinny is long. I am correct in that assessment. Slender is pushed up Wookiee. I don't know if I like this, but I mean, No Way's doing a good job holding here on water side. Ryan does get Jules, so Ryan can choose to push if he wants. Skinny on the
The
dark
rebels have our flag.
swaps the sniper, but it doesn't quite work out. But be careful they don't nade themselves. What is Ryan doing? Ryan grabbed the other flag. He's getting pretty far with this. I'm gonna stick with the Ryan cam for a minute here. Slender's also simultaneously pulled flag on the other side of the map. Doves and Skinny are on him.
The Empire has
Ryan gets shot in the back from
momentarily
Jules.
lost
Yeah, he took
the
a little
rebels'
too
flag.
long. Now Slender is back here as Wookiee. That's probably why they choose to ignore him, because they know they have plenty of time. But if they give him too much time, those snipers are going to come down water. Skinny knows it. He's going to die for long here. No way he's going to get the angle. Misses. Hits. Tanks. Oh boy. Goes down for long.
The Rebel Alliance
Loves
has
trades.
dropped our
Ryan
flag.
cleans up. Important kill by Ryan. They just got to find Jules. And Jules can touch this, I believe. But Ryan, Jules is just going for the cleanup, saying, you know what, I'm going to take the map control. I'm going to value going even into Frankfurt on trust our map pick. Gets Jules for short, but it's a trade. It's a 2v2. Doves is going to have to fight Jules on X-Wing. Nice jump. Not quite nice. Jules gets off on Wookiee. That's it. Well played. Ryan misses his shots, but gets him for long. And Slender, I think... Yeah, there is one. No way pushed up on the other side. Gets Skinny. Doves is aware.
Those duplicitous rebels
But
have
he's not aware of
taken our
Doves.
flag.
Almost had a chance to get that back, but no way will go down for short. Ryan also trades, and the map has gone even once again. This is map 1 still. The score is 0-0. Nothing has happened. Nothing ever happens. Skinny goes down for long. Doves just trusting that Slender won't bowcast him normally, and gets out pretty far, but he might die for long because of this. Well, he gets short. But he does get no way for his troubles. Ryan gets Jules for long. He's been having a pretty good map here. Oh, it doesn't look that way in the frag department. Not a great nade with the invisible wall. No Way just chooses to ignore Ryan. Well played by No Way. Able to correctly assess where the most danger is coming from. Now his team is in. I think this map is going to end in a nothing unless some big time kills come in right now. Skinny's got to go for flag and he's in caves. And looks like both teams are kind of just stuck. Skinny's got to make a move or the map's over. And he's just choosing to run behind. The map's over. It is not the end. Whoever loses this goes to loser's bracket. And probably whoever loses and wins and whatnot is probably going to have to wait a while. Because the other match in loser's bracket is not scheduled yet. With Ilfadka, I believe. Whatever Vitiate, Boaz, and Justic's team name is, I forget. But that is the end of map 1. Well played, I think, all around by all parties involved. Ryan kind of had Slender's number on X-Wing, but Jules and No Way kind of kept that water locked down. But big old nothing burger from PSC. But this is a GCW map on 10-minute timer. I hope to see some fireworks from Necro here. It looked good. Oh, I spelled that wrong. God damn it. Got a lot of things wrong. The double L's. You see, I think I do have access to the BCL Twitch, but I don't have access to the BFH Twitch. And if I streamed on BCL, I just wanted to make sure like nothing went wrong on the back end because I don't have everything set up with BCL. So I just did the safe route. Jules versus Dubs on the flank. Ryan and No Way mid, and I assume it's Skinny. Yep. Kind of letting Slender get past, but a lot of stalling right now. Doves has pushed up, and so has Slender, so it's going to be two simultaneous pushes. Doves gets short, which doesn't bode well for Slender. No Way. Oh! No Way must have been low. Maybe not. Maybe not. Glad I caught that. Or I guess something like that. Big old staring contest. Ryan doing his best to pull the pressure of the other two. Unless you guys want to go back to watching the staring contest. Never mind, there was a self-dead on Skinny. I assume the fight came to its amazing conclusion. Doves in the front. Slender is aware. No way he's getting a touch though. Skinny did not see him.
Confederate flag stolen.
And that does not bode well. Skinny versus No Way. No Way's lit. That's not quite the depth pack he wanted, and he gets one shot and he's upset. Jules also down. Doves is got a 1v1 versus Slender for this flag. Slender doing the spin move. Spin move. Doves says, fuck you, I'm out of here. And this is going to be really far. It's up to Ryan to kind of hold this. Not on Sniper. Another self-deck comes out. Slender, stop this! Dove says long. 2v1 with Skinny. Skinny gets one. Versus No Way. No Way doesn't get the shot in, and that is a 1-0 lead for PSC. Wow, what a turnaround. I really thought that was going the other way, and now No Way has long. Jules collapsing on Ryan with Slender, but still out of position maybe. Just Jules in the back. Not quite sure. Did No Way? Yeah, No Way did spawn up. Jules getting flanked by Ryan. I'm not sure if he's aware. He is aware. Okay. Ryan chose to go middle and not behind him. He was scared of a depth pack. Two simultaneous 1v1s here in the back. I've somehow chosen the less interesting one. Doves now getting collapsed on by two. Ryan has come up behind Jules. That's a little short. Dove's gotta be low. Jules down for short. Slender in the fight for short, but gets pulled. Jules gets great spawn, but doesn't turn around immediately for Ryan. Deck goes down. Jules gets one. Skinny and No Way on the other side. Also in a bit of a duel. We have two big simultaneous duels yet again. Ryan drops his, which means that's probably gone. It's all up to No Way.
Clumsy Republic meatbags have dropped our flag.
And it looks like this is gonna be a reset required. Have some vertical action going on from PSC. Ooh, what a combo there. Well played by Skinny and Ryan. Jules dead for sure, but Doves a little on an island trying to get a 2v1 for flag touch. But he does let his team get map control. Slender with the reduck. Can Skinny one-shot No Way through reduck? Let's find out. No Way really wants to test this hypothesis. Gets tagged up, and he's just choosing to ignore Skinny. Skinny has put himself in a bad spot, and no way can just go touch again. Dove's in a bad spot as well. Gonna die for short. Ryan in a 2v1. Skinny has run back to defend. No doubles back through spawn. Dove's here to try to stop it. Evok has run out. Ryan is dead. Flag in their front. They are aware. Doesn't quite get underground. Oh, well. Both teams are now here. Oh boy, that damage from Skinny is not coming in at the moment. Flag hasn't advanced. It's still very much stuck underground. Now it's starting to push up. Skinny has to reload everything, so he can't really help in this fight. And No Way is just through, barring some missteps. That was a misstep, almost, but the score is back to being tied 1-1. Doves with 2, but for short. Doves on the sniper. Doesn't die to Jules' death, interestingly enough. Does get tags, but Skinny gets touched. Gets tagged up himself. A little bit of the movement warrior, but I'm not sure what happened there, but I think Ryan wins. And then he loses. But a great map, I think, so far by supermad. A little unlucky in spots, but especially on a high ping, this is about as well as it probably could be going, especially against these guys. With a misstep by Ryan, drops it on No Way, and another self-death. Gotta hone it in. Make sure you don't start typing. Ryan had spawned up there, not aware that Slender had been on flag. Skinny's kind of been alone in this defensive role. Ryan and Doves have kind of simultaneously been pushing up by themselves. Ryan and Doves go down for long. This is all on a Skinny. That dead is not money. And that jump is not money, and he is gone. Wow. A little bit of a miscommunication by PSC. If anything, I would definitely... Alright. I'd be mad.
Republic Organics have scored.
If anything, this is too aggressive by PSC. They're kind of alone. They're not really taking advantage of their better pings. I think it's going to cost them dearly when they get to EU. Oh, dead a little off the money yet again. Waited a little too long to blow that dead. He probably could have had him. Slender and Ryan. Ryan and Doves also in. Doves gets No Way for long. On a 1v1 against Slender, his teammate's not here to help. Ryan has gone back to the Jules. And No Way is now down to Skinny yet again. I want to see these Skinny versus No Way stats, because it feels like these two have been bouting at it the whole map. Another 1v1. No Way lit, but gets free. We are back to tied. You know, it's tough. I think that's... How many self-deaths is that this map? That's got to be like 4. Maybe 5. They've almost all come at the expense of No Way. Maybe one by Slender, I think. And it's tough to tell what server this is, mostly due to the fact that A, Spectator Cam is bad, and B, all these players except maybe Doves are really funky to watch. Oh, and Ryan. Little bit of a last-ditch attempt to try to push in there. Kind of go 1v1s in, and that's map. Doves on that sniper yet again. It just feels really desperate by PSC. Like, not just like at this last push, but like Doves was like pushed by himself in 2v1s, gets one, and then dies to the other. Then Ryan does the same thing, pushes up, dies to the other. And Skinny has to like run around with his head cut off, trying to stop the people who have pushed past. And it just ends in another tied score, and they're going to go tied into Frankfurt. Not great stats all around by anybody, mostly due to those self-deaths. but I think it just when PSC was in their back, not alone, they immediately usually got a really good flag pull out of it, but it just felt like the whole map they were alone fighting in their back. So they're gonna have to do some miracles here on EU. Can't let the fact that it's EU get into your head too much, and try to stay calm, stay collected. Same goes for, I guess, for supermad, but I think supermad knows the game plan all too well, and honestly being tied getting out of NA is probably best case scenario almost for them, though they probably could have won it given how PSC was playing. I didn't check the Skinny versus No Way stats. I'm so mad at myself. But it had to be like 3/4 of their fights. So we're going into Frankfurt, 2-2 tied. Let us see. I guess I can close out a web admin since we are not using Chicago anymore.
Nothing can stop the Empire.
This Frankfurt's especially, I think, been really rough on NAs, so let's see how that holds up. Oh, good God. Just checking the pings out. You have the best POV, the highest ping player streaming. Slender's such a bad admin. What a skill issue. This wouldn't have happened on an A. Wow, what a camper, guys. Can't believe it. Almost had a perfect game. Still had a
Nothing
camper.
can stop the Empire.
I can't believe it tracks the camper stat in warm-up. That's weird. I never noticed that. Doesn't track anything else but the camper stat. He's an excited lad. Oh boy, yeah, I can tell this is going to be a rough viewing experience. I apologize in advance. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. I think we've changed Frankfurt's like a month or two ago, and this new one just ain't money. At least for me. Don't DC, it's just like, it's tough to watch, tough to play. Alright, we have a tied game. Let's see if supermad can close this out, or are they gonna choke? Alright. Skinny with yet another sus comment to ruin my streaming career. Everyone's double zoomed, so there's no good POVs. Skinny just trying to send it, gonna give a kill away for free here. He dies. The lag saves the points from going to supermad, but Dubs will die for long. Gets stuck on a branch, and that's just unlucky. Ryan cleaning up shop, though, from X-Wing. Gets Slender and then punishes No Way, but Jules will be pushed simultaneously. I'm not sure where Ryan is. Stick on the Ryan cam. Let's not stick on the Ryan cam. And G's out. Honestly, this is one of those scenarios where I'm just gonna stay NG if I'm Skinny. Stay NG until you see that Dark Trooper, because I'm not giving away anything for free. Nice kill by Doves. Nice kill by Doves! That's a wipe. All for short. Skinny in a bad spot. A little wide debt yet again. 2v1. No one's winning. It's a trade for long, and Ryan gets one on the other side. Ryan is just the king of this X-Wing Dago side, these last two. Both Q and A. No way really concerned for this cross, trying to catch Doves off. And he does. Ryan didn't push quick enough, but Ryan does get no way for long. But no way is taking that trade every day. Jules, unaware Skinny had been pushed up on his own. I think it's now just a 1v1 between him and Slender. Doves pushed up as well. Slender now on the NG. Gets tagged, I think. If not, he just gets headshot. They all spawn X-Wing.
The rebels
They don't even
have
give
our
Doves a
flag.
chance to fight. They're challenging Doves. Ryan, they're saying, Ryan, we can take you, and they can't take Ryan. Oh, boy. I think Jules might have missed there, but he spawns in now. But PSC's in a great spot.
The rebel
But
alliance
Skinny
has
trades
dropped our
Doves.
flag.
Oh, no. A disaster. That was the pull. That was going to be your best chance all Dago, and you just... Oh, man. Granted, I don't think Doves is winning that fight against that NG. Oh, that's embarrassing. But... Man, oh, man. What a fumble. Doves now get stuck yet again out in the open against Jules. Dies to
We
Noah.
have taken the rebels' flag.
Meanwhile, Noah's touched. I thought he was still above caves. He's gonna have a really good shot at this. Ryan has the X-Wing line, but Doves is getting caught with his pants down repeatedly here in Donut. And Noah's just free. They're saying we're gonna avoid Ryan at all costs. And it is working out for them. You either got to send all three against Ryan or none at all. Write it in the history books.
Score one for the Empire.
That is a 3-2 lead for Supermad. Without Dark Troopers. If you're PSC, you kind of have to get another cap here. I mean, you could trust Whiteside Necro, but I wouldn't. Ryan in a 2v1 on X-Wing and gets traded, but Ryan feels like the only person really doing a lot of this heavy lifting on PSC right now. Granted, I mean, they're not really giving them the fights in water. Doves gets one. But Noe's slipped past, unaware by Doves, but Skinny spawns in. Jules gets Doves. Noe sneaks past. Did Skinny not see Noe? Oh no. This is another disaster. Noe's gonna get a free touch here. Dove spawns in. Does he know? Does he know? He doesn't.
The Empire has
And that's a wipe, and that's
seized
a
the
big
rebels'
time
flag.
pull. Man, I don't want to blame Skinny, but this is looking rough. Kind of doubles back into the line of sight, but it doesn't really matter. He goes down, and this is going to be another cap. My hands are folded in shock.
Score one for the Empire.
That is a 4-2 lead. Now is where your desperation should have come in for PSC. This is where you start doing those crazy plays. You got two Supermad players on Dark Trooper. Jules still on Sniper. This is looking rough. Just a reminder though, whoever loses this match will go to the loser's bracket and have to face the winner of the match between what's it, Ofaka,
We
and
have
I still
taken
don't know the
the
other team's
rebels'
name.
flag.
But that will take a while, so. But looking like a rout. Ryan can still stop this. No, he can't. And that is a wipe yet again.
Score one.
Did Skinny choose not to spawn in there? That's something. Sheesh. Nice stats all around. Jules a little worse stats than I thought, but it just kind of unraveled really quickly. Still tieable. It's not over yet. But it is looking very rough from PSC. And if they were playing desperate before, when they were brown side on an A, I can't even imagine what this side's gonna look like. Sometimes I'm not saying playing desperate's bad, I'm just saying like, I felt like it was their main flaw. And now that they're, I guess it works better. It looks fine for you, but doing it on an A, it's just, I don't know. Backseat Caston. AKA just Caston. What a leg there. Anyone see that? That was crazy. (5-2) supermad. Let's see if they can close it out and lock in their grand finals appearance yet again. Skinny versus No Way. I'm not sure why No Way expected anything different than this play by Skinny, but Skinny didn't choose to take the space No Way gave him. Choose the fight. Kind of the same lineups before. Ryan drops in and he's going to get dropped because he's alone. And now Doves is on a 2v1. Really well coordinated by supermad. Gets spent Skinny, but Doves is still in this 2v1. Jules in the 2v1. But No Way comes in to save him. No Way gets into the back. Ryan goes down for long. Where is... Okay, Skinny gets No Way. I did not see him on the map. Let's drop for short. Should have peeked sooner, Skinny. Now you're over. Gotta die for short there. I hate that spot on Necro. Not even give it satisfaction. Ryan gets slender for decent. Ryan trades, and he is contemplating whether or not he needs to run back to help Skinny, and Skinny's kind of let Jules past.
Republic flag
But
acquired.
at this point, you kind of need to cap. So you kind of have to throw Skinny, but Skinny goes down for short.
Republic flag.
Doves chose to run back. Ryan gets dropped on the other side, so all is for naught. We have lost 2 minutes on this last map here. The winner's final. Skinny expertly repositions onto the back plat. I've never seen that before. That was a crazy backwards jump. I wouldn't trust myself to do that. Doves in a 2v1. He's gonna die there. He doesn't die there actually, but self that's Jules, I guess. Skinny's kind of at the back of the packs, but wants to hold off this position, but he's got to be really careful. This debt will kill him if he even slightly peeks out. A little deceptive. Jules on the sniper coming down, so they have a clock on their heads. If they don't get to cover fast, another self-det. This, for those who say self-dets are a cheap tactic for bad players, I present you this winner's final match, where there has been at least 7 like self-dets. And it works out. Granted, there's definitely times and places for them, but that is the G to the G.
DIS plus 1 point.
Jules just not slowing down. Now Slender is also on the sniper. Skinny gets dropped. I'm sorry, Cheese, you're gonna have to give up those 10 amazing channel points. Now we're just playing for fun a little bit. I wonder if he meant to say KS and not XS. I wonder if that's a language barrier. No one's here to stop them. Oh, XD. See, that's the opposite of what I thought. I thought you were going to say KS, not NS. But it was XD. Okay. No way he's less toxic than I thought he was. And probably what's another self-det! Let's go! Get it on the tracker. I wanna... It's gotta be like 8. It has to be. There was like 4 first necro, and there's been like... been so many.
DIS plus 1 point.
Another cap by supermad makes this a 7-2 experience. There is no value in these caps, it's just for bragging rights. The PSC team will have to face the winner of... Let me just look this up since I have the time. It's Ilfodka, and then who else? Why so serious? I knew that. So whoever wins that matchup will be facing PSC in the losers bracket finals, I think. I wish I had an 8 to 12 ping. I know we played the LAN games, but the LAN ping is not. It's definitely not the same as getting low ping. Well, it is, but like, I don't know. I'd rather have. You know what, I'm just gonna shut up before I say anything stupid and clipped out of context.
Republic forces have seized our flag.
It feels nice to have low ping against players who don't have low ping. I guess I'll put it that way. Another self-det, that one failed. Let's add it to the tracker yet again. Didn't kill anyone.
Republic flag drop.
Supermad There gets dropped. A little too far again for this death from Skinny. Skinny's been whiffing a lot of these deaths.
Republic flag acquired.
And he gets dropped. Surprised there was not a self-death there, and that will be game. 8-2 supermad to end this affair. And nothing really too crazy going on here. Ryan kind of died out in this last map, but I think he had a really good series overall, despite what the scoreboard's saying. But that... Oh, I missed PSC cap. It's actually 8-3 supermad. My bad. No one called me out on that. No one called me out. I'll just reopen the game so that we're not staring at a black screen here. Hold on. Hold on. I wonder if we'll get interviews or not. Hold on, hold on. I can't move people. Hello.
Hello?
G
Moin.
Hello, both of you. GG's. Well played. Um, I guess congratulations, Super Mad. You've made it to the grand finals yet again. Um, really tough, well fought by PSC. You guys kept it close in there. Who was the one that I assume Super Mad you guys picked
We
Dagobah?
picked Dagobah. Yeah, we picked Dagobah.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it's usually a risky pick, especially GCW on short timer, but it did work out for you guys in the end. A couple unlucky plays by PSC, skinny TKing dubs on that flag pool on EU was one I remember in particular, but
He also teleported from water to the back when he had the flag.
oh, unlucky. Yeah,
He was just like, wait, where am I? And then he just teleported back. It was unlucky.
yeah, I didn't catch that, but I did see his ping was fluctuating a good bit between like 130 and 110. But I don't know. I think personally, from my viewing experience, it felt like there was a lot of missed opportunities by PSC on Necro. So I guess I'll start there. It felt like you and Ryan Doves in particular were kind of like back and forth solo pushing into the back on brown side Necro. What was that kind of just like unlucky, or was that kind of just desperation trying to get those caps in? Because it felt like Skinny was on damage control for defense while you guys kind of were doing solo 2v1s in their back.
Yeah, I think we just kind of misplayed the map a couple times. Maybe we should have played it a bit safer, but I don't know. They won some important fights, so they got the caps through, and we couldn't.
No, understandable, understandable. And I have a question for Slender and Super Mad. Especially on the EU or the NA side on Dagobah, but also on EU, it felt like Ryan kind of had your number on X-Wing.
Yeah, he's my goat.
Like
So
he was constantly in a state of 2v1s and 3v1s against you guys, and you guys really struggled to put him down for good. Uh,
yeah, but I had some flashbacks from the last year, the Invitational Final, when on HTF against Web on the Grand Final on Dagobah, when I was, I don't know, think 1 kill away from Darky or something, or tried to get something on the server, and I just do everything, even with my head through the door and something, and like I'm still getting destroyed. That that was my feeling, and that was remind me a bit, but
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. I think yeah, Ryan. I think Ryan played in general pretty good, so
yeah, I think he had
that was my feeling.
I kept noticing that happening on X-Wing side. Like there was just moments it felt like PSC were kind of alone on water, and Ryan was in a Doom lobby over there on X-Wing side fighting everybody, while PSC would be pulling flag or something. It just was pretty funny. But I don't know if I have much beyond that. Um, you will PSC will be facing whoever comes out of that
Winner of
Ilfodka,
and yeah, Sidious.
Ilfodka, yeah, why so Sidious? Um, I I don't have access to any of those channels, so I assume that it's going to be sometime before we see our next match, where both of you guys will be playing your matches, especially. But
That is the next match.
I know, but like,
Uh, Good question though. Yeah, Vitiate us moving. That's why doesn't happening this weekend.
but both of you guys will probably have a big break before you guys play again. But I am
As
look.
long as Vitier doesn't leave his glasses in his old house.
I
If you know, you know.
Yeah,
I guess I'll
I
just leave
know.
it at that.
I know that.
But I guess GG's to both teams. Well played, and we'll see you whenever we figure out the scheduled matches.